What's good? What's good, gang? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? All right. Wasn't on yesterday. It's been a minute. We finna get active today. Still, Apex. I don't know what's going on with y'all. I don't know why I can't have access to my account. So it's been almost a week. Been a week, Apex. I think it's not that hard. But anyways, I think we're gonna trade up to this buy side here. We are in consolidation. Like as you can see, we're in consolidation here. And this is the first impulse price swing that we have had. There's a mitigation block here as well. Between this low, high, higher, low, the highest up close candle, which should be here. So I'm expecting price to trade up to there. And we do have go to real quick. So we have the unemployment claims already came out. So we have CPI tomorrow, which is obviously a big news event. And I actually changed up my setup. So now I can kind of see this a little bit better. Like the screens were kind of flat and now it's angled. So now I can actually see. Which, I don't know, you would think that I would do that earlier, but I just forgot. But so I'm looking at this mitigation block for us to trade higher. Again, my trades are after 9:30, so I don't take an entry now. But that's just kind of what I'm looking for. Again, what I was noticing when I was mapping out my session highs and lows was we keep leaving in AM session highs. I'm sorry, AM session lows and keep taking out highs. So that's my understanding for today, that we should drop up into here. We have this order block here as well, these two down close candles. Take this high to low, or it was initially this one. See how we came, dropped that back down, took some sell side. There's a fair value gap there as well. And then another impulse price swing after that is here. Came down to a discount. Here's a mitigation block. So I am looking for higher prices. Just to see if we can take out this buy side liquidity pool right here. So that is my thought process for today. We also, I think on the early chart, we see a little bit better. We do have also remember on a immediate rebalance, it's going to be an OT on a time frame. That's what we're getting, right? And a breaker. You're going to get a breaker or mitigation block, one of the two, on immediate rebalance on a higher time. Every single time. I shared that on my Instagram, but I shared it on my YouTube channel where the day I made 10 bands, my first 10 band trade. But here we have this for week opening gap here. And the week opening gap here. Opening price, closing price. Okay, we're cool. So again, buy side liquidity pool right there. Don't have any SMT in terms of that. So we're good there. But again, lower time frame, whenever you see a immediate rebalance, you're gonna see a breaker or mitigation block. Every time. So higher prices is the draw for me. I think what I'm gonna do, get like the FTMO or something like that. And all I'm gonna do is do higher time frame. I will say higher time frame, 50 minutes of the higher time frame, but like the hourly chart, 4-hour chart, sometimes 50-minute chart. And I'll take setups like this ahead of, just put my stop there, stop loss there, and then have it go up and then do whatever it's gonna do. So gives me that option. I just don't want to do it with these ones. But that's what I'm looking for today. Dizzy. Low resistance to the Korean signature there as well. Have it there too. We traded to a key level. So showing displacement above here on a higher time frame, because this is the 15-minute mitigation block. That's good. So this down close candle here, we should expect this to hold price. So yeah, we need to see this hold close above it. We need to see this hold. Now we don't get above that. That's some issues. What's good, Corgi? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Let me just go from higher time frame real quick. So go to a 15-minute chart. This mitigation block to me should show support. We're gonna go higher. I don't like all of this, like choppiness, kind of going back and forth. But the fact that we're staying up in a premium and not rejecting is telling me something. But also you have to remember we have CPI tomorrow. So you can kind of expect this type of price action. And Apex has still not got back to me yet. So, it's almost been a week. We doing? But so be demo trading again today. But this is what I'm looking for. Pretty much Corgi, like what we had talked about yesterday, kind of looking for up here after the rejection. Then obviously that was the sell side. I talked about that in the daily review, where if you would have lost, where you could have got it back, or understanding that you didn't see displacement. Like I don't like waiting for. I like the displacement to occur when I'm about to trade. Right. So all this beforehand, I don't like this. So here's displacement here. And then if you miss this one failed. Didn't trade up high enough for me. You do have this breaker over here. And then this would have been my entry right there. I just had a meeting. But minor sell side was there. 2 standard deviations below it did that as well. So if you didn't like this, if you didn't understand this one, that's fine. This one fell short, but this breaker, then displacement, deviation block, high, low, lower high, lowest down close candle, extended on time for value gap, quick speed down in a hurry. That was yesterday, right? So let's just go to right now. We like the speedy trades, Speedy Gonzalez. That's what we want. I want to be sitting in trades that just take forever. We need to see this. Create a swing low. Just 4 candles. 1, 2, 3. This one has to close higher. That would indicate that this is a swing low. And then we want to see price trade above this down close candle. Show displacement. And is everything fine? Everything is fine, I think. It tell me that suggests me to do something on the stream. Let's see what it says. Say to do. Is my audio fine? I think the audio should be fine. I haven't changed anything, but it's telling me that I should adjust that. I think everything's fine. Let me know. Let me just know if the audio is fine. It should be, but it's telling me to change it. I haven't done anything. So yeah, we want to see a trade above that. On the 1 minute chart, it's kind of showing you this order block. We're not right now trading above it. We need to show like expansion, right? Everything sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. So we need to show displacement, right? In our trades, like I wouldn't buy in here if I was an order block trader. I'm not specifically, but it would have to come back down in order for me to trust this level. It'd have to come something like this, and then I would look at that, right? I'm not one to just buy or sell into specific areas, right? I want to see it show what it. I want to see it show displacement like this. Now, If this was happening during or after 9:30, I'm sorry, then this would be of importance to me. But because it's happening before, I'm not interested in that. Not interested. Also, this could be protraction against the higher time for or against the bias, which I've held, which was lower this entire time. So again, we're just watching right now because I have different charts for different things. But if this gets ran through, that's letting me know a lot and probably come down here, down here. Or we could consolidate today. Like we're ahead of CPI. So it came down. Oh, 15-minute chart. So came down to the last down close candle, the opening price. Now, if it's bullish, we should see sensitivity there. It shouldn't just start running through. Because if it's doing that, then this was a stop run up into this gap over here. That's what that's telling me. Again, I'm always looking to see what is price telling me. I can have ideas and go into price with this and that. But if that's not being supported or being shown, then what is it actually showing me right now? If it's not being supported, not showing any displacement, that's clear indication that I'm wrong on my bias right now, which is okay. Telling you, Apex, like what you doing, man? I sent them yet another email. Let's see if they get back. They told me I was trading on the wrong one. I went back to the day where I was trading, and I was trading on this exact one. Like, oh, you can't trade on that one. Why was I trading on it? Someone's lying. Ain't me. But yeah. This just looks really layered, but then you're just seeing a lot of lows, highs just keep getting taken out, but the lows really aren't getting displaced above. It's highs are getting displaced above. So that's the key indication. So if this gets ran through on a 15-minute chart, closing below this, well then stop run ski. That's what that means to me. We traded back down to this order block. This order block right here should show sensitivity if we're gonna go higher. It should. Mm-hmm. 5-minute chart. The low resistance crude signature there. We tapped that and showed this. Let's look at. So we have a premium opening gap range. There we had a little breaker already. We kind of hit the top end of it as well. And we always want to make sure we're checking the regular trading hours so you guys can see this. So high, low, higher, high right now. We're above that. Cleared out this liquidity pool there. So always want to make sure we got that. Got that. Also, we're inside the previous day's range. You see that? We hit 50% of that, which was like right here. Pretty much right where the low is. Again, no real rush to get in. Like it needs to show that what we want to see in price, which is displacement. Like we're not trying to be, again, look, this is a biblical principle, but I'm telling you to save you out of a lot of things, right? The first shall be last and the last shall be first. You can go ahead and be first and try to guess. Or would you rather just actually show it to you and then you get in? Doesn't mean you're not going to lose trades, but I'd rather that happen, right? I'd rather be patient and wait and not try to be the first one in. You don't get more cookies for being the first one in. It just, that's not how this happens. It's not how it works. So I just be patient. I remind myself it's up there. I probably should make it bigger. Let's do that right now. I think how to make it. Not that one. Head normal. Doesn't matter. Y'all see it there. I see it there too. So if it's going to go up higher, this needs to start showing some displacement above. Excuse me. Then once it shows the displacement above, that gives us the confidence. We took out this low into a higher time frame array, or important array, which would be the 15-minute order block. Here we ran through this. That's okay. I don't like pre-market trading pre-market. So you see that now. So now we're getting some displacement. We have SMT at, in my opinion, a pretty key low or key level. So this should give us some nice movement here. So it creates a fair value gap. Your boys in that. In there. But it needs to do that. Doesn't show that. We got nothing to do. So we hit, I think, was it 2 days ago? Tuesdays. We hit Tuesday's opening range gap, which was very small. Remember, it was like 4.5 handles. We literally hit that. That's kind of what we're banging up into and around right now. This is pretty balanced right now. So us coming up and then coming back down, I would love to see that. On the spot. Again, if we're wrong, and this ends up closing like pretty bearish below here, that's, well, then there's a 15-minute breaker. We ain't all set. We ain't all set. It's like, what is price showing you? Again, this can come down here, hit the rejection block, and then expand higher. Again, all these wicks, not worried about that. Not worried. It's just letting me know I need to be more patient because it's wicking so much. So just wait. First shall be last. Because look, imagine this, right? Imagine you're down here. Let's say it actually does go up here. Imagine you're down here. Are you comfortable with what you're watching right now? I mean, I wouldn't be comfortable. Because I'm like, why is it should be moving? Let me have it show me it wants to move away. Now I'll just take the retracement. Like, I want to show the displacement. This isn't displacement, by the way. That's not displacement. We all know what displacement looks like. And usually what ends up happening when you get into a trade, you're worried about it running without you. So you get in, you try to get in prematurely, and you have no signs of displacement, or it says it kind of looks like it's displacement. And so you kind of get in, and then you understand that, like, dang, why did I take that trade? It didn't show anything that you wanted to see. And or you end up getting hit with massive drawdown because it has nothing to, it's not doing anything you want to see. Again, we have had 0 first presented fair value gap right now. We've had 1. There's like no fair value gap actually, but we haven't even had the first presented fair value gap. So again, no rush. Gosh. Chilling. Just chilling today. Because I remember some of y'all were on when we were talking about the Pictionary game. So like, imagine it's like Pictionary. Imagine trading like Pictionary. Like, and you only get one, let's say you only get one opportunity to guess what I'm drawing or what the market is presenting itself. Why would you guess prematurely? Why would you do that? Just have it show displacement. And everyone knows what that looks like. Clear displacement. Not like this. This is not displacement. You don't got to be going on a 30-second chart to get in. You can tell it's not moving. Listen to some Bulgarian songs. So we do have SMT here, obviously, right? We can see that. But ain't nothing happening. We ain't in no rush. We can just be eating popcorn. I can start painting. You know what I probably should do? I should probably on these days have like a nice little canvas in the back and just be painting, right? Just drawing something. Because like it ain't doing nothing. Let me know. Let me know if that would sound good. That would be kind of cool though. That'd be something different. Yeah. Has anyone seen anything they want to get in? Y'all want to get in this? Corgi, you in this? You want to get in this? It's like, no sir, not me. I don't want none of this. Now it's getting look. Now it's getting there, right? It's definitely getting there. If we can close above that though, not if it's not like that. No, now we go back. Just waiting. Looks like it wants to go lower. You have to see displacement. Absence displacement, there's nothing for you to do. Or nothing for me to do. I don't know. Maybe other people are finding stuff in this. That's fine. But for me, there's no displacement yet. This is called consolidation. Which in a larger time frame, we're doing the same thing. So that's why it's a little bit more. I'm personally just a little bit more cautious. Borgi, Vashmastu. Vashmastu. Okay. Yeah, bro. I have to actually work on, bro. We actually have to work on German. I need to actually work on that. I spent so much time there and still can't speak it like that. Like I did a disservice being there that long and not be like really speaking it. I mean, you probably speak it way better. Not probably. You definitely speak it way better. This is a gap, by the way. But we're going to ignore this wick. We're going to ignore this wick. So now this is showing something promising, but it needs to close, right? We're not looking for fake out or not real displacement, right? It needs to show that promise. Like how I'm looking at it right now, it doesn't look like it's going to continue. I don't even know if I can do this. Hold up. I'm just pretend I was gonna like block out that wick. Essentially, I'm just looking at that wick not being there. Same thing with this is in my mind. This one's gone. 941's gone, and 930. We don't even need this. Sorry. In my mind, this wick is gone, and that wick is gone. They don't exist. That's how I'm looking at this right now. So we need to get like we have 21 seconds. That's cool. So this is how I look at it. If it needs to close up there, but I'd look at it like this, and then whatever next candle we would have, this would be a fair value gap, but it's not doing that. So nothing, man. Just chilling. Again, more SMT to the downside, but again, it's not doing much. Like there's really nothing to be fighting up in here about. Like going on Instagram and being like, I bought in here and I did like, or I sold up in this. Like no one cares. I don't care. I don't think that this isn't an accomplishment trying to get in this. I'm not interested. You just wait patiently for displacement. At this point, I don't care which side it goes. Just displace. Like I don't care. Like I don't care what side it goes to. Just displace. So I'm watching NQ. I mean, I'm watching both of these just because I want to see the, the SMT, just what's happening there. But so this minor sell side is right here. Looks like we want to go lower, to be honest. And if that's the case, that's fine. I'm not opposed to that. So maybe wait patiently for this. That's this, the minor sell side there. Where is it? That's what it looks like it wants to do, in my opinion. From how heavy we are. But I could be wrong. This is with my higher time frame order flow. I want to see us trade lower. But needs to show displacement. And once we have displacement, we're Gucci. So this candle has a lot of wicking right here. That's what I'd want to see here. It might not give it to us. Well, that's what we call displacement. This is displacement. That's what I was looking for. I don't know if it's going to give it to us. We have to get a retracement here. Like, I'm not selling it down there. Just to say, oh, yeah, look, it went to the level that I was looking for. Nah. Got to come up. Higher time frame, I've been looking for lower. Sorry. We have a lot of wicking here. It would need to trade up a little bit higher for me to really see anything of importance. It would have to come up. So hopefully it doesn't do that. Hopefully we can get, because we close on a 15-minute chart below. Like the bodies. I just don't think it's going to give it to us. Not gonna give it to us. Come on, broski. Just trade up a little bit higher. Just fail. Well, it tapped the sell side. Probably gonna scream quickly down to the levels that we're looking for. But again, for me, shorting up here, it's not for me. Yeah, higher time frame, I was looking for shorts. What could potentially go up into there? But again, pre-market, we weren't seeing that. Well, now we do have, dang, this thing is just gonna just tank today. One of those days again. So this is the AM session low. And this is the, have all these mapped out. This is Asia low right there pretty much. So we want to see us trade a little bit higher, right? Create a swing. That wick with this on a 5-minute chart. It's just that is. Yeah. Okay. So on a lower time frame, again, if it coming back up there, you'd see like a little breaker or mitigation block, something like that. I personally don't want to see it start trading down there yet, but it can do that. I think Asia low is definitely a target. Imagine you're trying to buy or sell all up in this. Like, why? You know, it's the purpose. I'll be looking for they can do it here. That's what I'd be looking for right now. We can trade up into that. Again, clear displacement. This is what it looks like. Now, if we fail to go up here, do the same thing here, and then come back up and create a gap there, then I'll take it exactly down. It's one or the other. Create that displacement here, because then it's showing me that's just heavy. But this is where I ideally want to get in at. And then my target wouldn't actually be here. Sorry, no, it's not it. There. But we got to create displacement below this low and then come back up into it, especially preferably with a fair value gap. Preferably with a fair value gap. So that's my ideal situation right here. We didn't get that. I would want this one, ideally. Like, I'm just being honest. This is more up in a premium, a little bit more range, but if not, then we don't get it. What's a 5-minute chart look like? Stuck here. May not get that. About 32 seconds. Low resistance, the crude signature there as well, and then you have a fair value gap there. So looks pretty ideal that that's what we're gonna get. Just waiting. No, don't do it without us. No. Okay, so as long as this doesn't do this, for me, any trade back up into here, I'm taking. Like, it needs to close. Let me make sure I'm saying that properly. Why is this thing act there? It needs to close, but any trade back up into here, I'm taking it like immediately. But it needs to create a fair value gap there. Any trade into here, that's a short sell for me. So I'll take 2 if it can do that. Okay, so that one's canceled for me. Canceled for me. May just chop back and forth. Go up down there. I'd want to see it trade up a little bit higher. If it can do that, my original entry, I love that. Could have a pretty large range day here. But for some reason, I'm not necessarily really thinking about that. For a reason, I don't know if it's... So what I have it there. Stop loss was up like 248. So the reason why I did not take this trade is because it needed to close down here bearishly, then I would be in the trade. But because it did not do that, there's nothing there for me. May leave this actually open. And I'd even get up to that gap actually. Okay with the risk that would be put on of that. Yeah, so we're gonna do this. Hopefully it doesn't go down there first, but this is the trade setup that we're looking for. I think that's a BPR up there. So that's what I would look for. Because if it's showing no willingness to get up to a premium, it's showing that it's pretty weak. And so if it's showing me that it's pretty weak, then I'm going to be looking for this displacement lower off of this range, and then I'll expect exceedingly lower than what I'm expecting right. That's how I would look at it personally. If it can't trade up high enough and it's showing me that, then there's way more sell side down here that I could be looking for. Failed there. SMT there. Displacement, like that's displacement. Let's look at something real quick. Yeah, I like that this. Yeah, I like the idea of this trading up a little bit higher. It may not even get up to where I'm thinking it can get up to, but I'm gonna low-key add one here. I'm okay with the risk. Not four more. I add one above this high. If we trade up higher into it, that's perfect. I like that. And I don't even think it should come up this high, honestly. So that's my trade setup right now. Expecting us to trade a little bit deep. It'll be layered like this. Because it may not even trade up high enough, and I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna put on 6. Actually, let me do this. This can do this before, and I'll take one off here. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at right now. Just hoping we can get that before trading back down here. So if it fails to get up there, shows displacement again down here, then that's telling me it's gonna go a lot further, a lot lower than what I'm expecting because it's leaving gaps open. That's what that's showing me right now. It does that. Ideally, I want to see a trade up here, but again, it may not offer that. And so if it doesn't offer that, then I have to adjust. And so then for me, where's the oh, here it is. Like, where's my stuff? So to me, this is like this isn't going to happen. So what I want to see is, so we trade up to this old sell side liquidity pool. So there. Now I want to see us trade up higher. I don't want to see us really take out this low, but obviously it can do that if it wants. Even if it comes down here, which I ideally wouldn't want, up here. this for me would be ideal. So I don't think we're gonna get this up here. It's crazy how even on demo, like I don't know why this thing is so lagging. So even with this right here, it's just showing like clear displacement. I want to see it straight up into here. I'll add 4 my max, and then we'll be looking a lot lower. Even if it hits down there slightly, as long as it doesn't like truly displace through it, that's kind of what I want to see it straight up. Just up here to this mitigation block. It's just looking very heavy, right? Very heavy. But this is just a criteria for me to get in. I'm not just gonna buy it because it just, or sell it just because it displaces. Like I want to see it give me levels that I'm looking for. If it just tanks lower and doesn't give it to me, then what happens? Oh, sometimes that happens in trading, man. It just literally runs without you. Nothing you can do about it. Like up here didn't trade high enough. Up here didn't trade high enough. Like inside of this, that wasn't for me. Session low. Let's see. I want to see it retrace a little bit. We've had no retracements, really. Everything's failing. Everything's not trading up high enough. At least for me. Like it didn't trade up here. Failure there. Didn't trade up here. That out. We can take that out. If we draw in lower. So we'll see. You know, this is just pretty much really nothing there. Now it's 10 o'clock. Hopefully we can get like the high get placed in. I'm up a little bit higher, not just like lower. So it can do that for me. Let's go back up to a premium market. I see it traded up into that gap. I just want to see it up into a premium market, ideally hitting the mitigation block. A little bit more. So I took that short. TP be here. Above this. Mitigation block low was hit. And so now we're looking for There's a London low is here. Previous session low. The mitigation block, that's the first retracement back up here in here. Sold right at what, 50%. First retracement. I understand we took out sell side liquidity. Now, if it wants to come up a little higher into the range, that's fine. That's identified, but ideally, actually, the range I'm looking for would be down here. This would be the low, but we have a liquidity pool here. Right here, so I'll take off one here. Why bumped it? So that's what I'm looking for. Again, if we get stopped out, just go to a higher time frame. We're trading up into a 5-minute order block too, so I'd want to see that. Just put this down. I want to see the 5-minute order block hold. And not show price the willingness to trade up into here. Does that? That's fine. Then we can adjust. So we have 5-minute order block with this mitigation block on the lower time frame. So I want to start seeing some displacement here. Some start to attack to trade lower. I'll probably take off like one here. Below this low, lightly. That needs to get ran through. Can't show any support there. Sorry. My fault. Now once I do this, nothing to do. That's a nice reaction that we got from that level. That's kind of like what we want to see. Trade up to a premium market. Now we need to put the old sell side low. It needs to start displacing below this low. We have Asia high here and then a minor sell side. I'm actually going to line this up with the old Asia high. You tell me no. Place down. Want to see this IFEG hold. I want to really see it come back up into here. There's a need for that. We're still in the macro time as well. The reaction I like. That fair value gap up there, I would love to see it not get traded to. Leave it open. Start to trade toward this low. The fair value gap I'm talking about, I would like to see remain open. Be this one. Didn't do it. This SIBI, don't really want to see it start to be trading higher and going up through that, because that's obviously a lot of concern for the trade. Want to see it close. Like, don't really want to see it close outside. Even if it goes back up there and then closes extremely bearish, but like that. Closing outside is not as good like it just did there, but this is what we have here. Because if it wants to go up higher, that's fine. I understand the range from that high to that low. And we're just looking for this to displace, go down to session highs and lows, which are below us. I understood we took out a sell side liquidity pool, so it could want to trade up higher. But just based off the 5-minute order block, we have a mitigation block on the 1-minute chart. That to me seems pretty. I like the combo. I like the combo. And it see is like I'm taking partials at old liquidity pool highs and lows. So I'm not just randomly like saying, oh, I want it to go this below this level, or I want it to go above this high or whatever. It's at a specific liquidity pool level of an old Asia high. So that's why that's where I'm taking it off at, which is perfectly below this low. We're always expecting price to trade below lows. And when it does that, we do what we need. We do what needs to be done. So once I take this partial, then I'll move my stop loss up. This partial, once this Asia high gets hit, I'll manage my risk a little bit lower. I don't think it should come back up. If it can happen, I don't know. We want to see it push through that. Should be easy. It's an old high, but it's another mitigation block there as well. So I want to see this hold. Again, when you're seeing mitigation blocks in the trading, it's, to me, I like seeing them as well in my trades because it identifies to me that price is weaker. Now this could come down here, stop run this, and go up higher. There's nothing else. There's nothing I can do with that, right? All I can do is see this. I would like to see this mitigation block hold there, so you guys can see that. I'm not going to outline that, but that's what I'd want to see. This fair value gap here, accompany with this. I want to see this at least pull that down and attack this low. Like it just didn't give that to me in terms of being able to move my stop. So I believe it should draw down there. But again, that's why I like, this model. Like again, this is like where price has not tagged yet. So why I think this model is also still cool, because even from here to here, like let's say it does get below this one, you just add like 2 standard deviations below this one, and then that could be your full trade. Yeah, it may not give it to me, like, and that's just part of trading. I can't control that aspect. It is trading real deep up into that. I wouldn't ideally like that, but I have no control over what happens once I'm in the trade. All I can do is manage what's being presented. And would it suck to be, I don't know what, 1.2, whatever it is, a half or 0.25 of a handle away from a stop, from a profit that would end up a partial that would allow me to move my stop into below? Well, yeah, that would suck, but it's just following the rules, right? Every time. I can't just not do it on one trade because it doesn't feel good. So that's how I'm looking at it. Now that reaction I do like. It trade up to the highest up close candle. Now it needs to trade below this. Like it can't start going back up again. It needs to like snap below this level. Can't keep doing stuff like that. Again, we're consolidating. I mean, yes, there's like rejection blocks and all that stuff over there. You guys can't see this, but there's a lot of rejection blocks. There's a lot of congestion down here. Notice how we're like right above an old, and so the old high I'm talking about is from Wednesday, February 4th, Asia high. That's what we're like, we fell just short of. But, you know, it is what it is. Whatever happens on this trade. If I lose after being up, you know, that's just, it's going to happen in your trading. It's going to happen. The only thing I am, we'll say, worried about, especially because it hasn't hit that high yet, but there's a 15-minute gap above us, and obviously where I would have everything with getting stopped out. But that's the only thing that is of concern to me right now. 2-3 minutes for a 15-minute candle to form. We have a gap above. I think like where my stop loss is compared to where I entered and all that stuff, I believe that it's safe, but we'll find out in the next, I don't know, next 5-10 minutes. So that Sibi again, like obviously would want to see it protect and hold, but nothing else that we can do. I mean, look, there's a lot of wicking there, so I mean, I just wouldn't expect it to continue straight up higher, but it can do. Because like I'm looking at this order block here, and again, I've taken these trades multiple times, and it hasn't done stuff like this. So it's not like I'm not trying to form fit the trades just for this one. Right? It's back at entry, which obviously is not ideal. Let's just look at the time. So now the 15-minute chart has created a fair value gap above, which would obviously love to see remain open. The fair value gap is right at my entry, actually. So trading up here would be at 50% of the gap. But we'll see what we get here. Because for me, I would expect if we can get below this low again, it shouldn't come back up to the gap. I mean, I would have been stopped out like already if I moved my stop loss up. Right now, I'd already be stopped out of the trade. And you know, does this still have the opportunity to still trade lower? I think so, but you know, the way that it is reacting right now, I don't necessarily say I like it, but it just fell short of where I was looking to take partials. It's a trade. So one is it needs to start rejecting now though. Be completely on. To start rejecting. Came back into the gap. The mitigation block. There. I mean, you see continuous dropping. Continuous dropping. Mm. There's a little small fair value gap there as well that it just traded into. It just needs to run quickly through that, slice through that. So no support of this order block right here. There's a small gap there. Don't want to see that get supported. Completely run. Now, if it supports that, that's not showing what we see specifically in our trade. Now, we start getting close down to here. Like, it needs to go back. Take out that low. Because if this small little gap there is supporting price, that's an issue for our trade. Or for my trade setup right now. It's a big issue. That's a very, very small gap. For a very, very small gap like that to be supporting price. Like, I don't really want to see it be struggling. Right now, it's a little bit of a struggle there to get lower. Lower than that gap. Das ist nicht gut. Nicht gut. Because that little gap is supporting price right now. Not very good. Who you guys be listening to right now? Any new artists out that y'all see, y'all listen to, that y'all like? So it's back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's got to like start moving now, in my opinion. Like, it's got to start showing weakness because it ran through that gap, which we like, but then you still have this down close candle right here, which showed displacement, but doing just a little bit too much chopping back and forth for me, honestly. It was a low resistance including our signature. It looks like this. Just how all the other ones. It went lower here, went lower, displaced. Now we're coming back up. So not looking like, just depending on the time-based elements of this trade. I thought I used to have it here. Have it on here. Time-based. For me, I'm more thinking that like this trade is not going to necessarily pan out. Doesn't mean it can't. But just because of how much time I've been in this trade, like this is a very long trade for me. Usually within 10-15 minutes, my trade is done. Maybe 5 minutes, 4 minutes, ideally. Because I win very quickly or I lose very quickly. Like that's just the signatures of my trades. And so this one has been a very, very long trade. Oh, I do have it. Oh, it's right here. So we've been in this trade for 20 minutes. Usually my trades are half that. 20 minutes we've been in this trade, and it's really done nothing but go back and forth. 21 minutes. So it's a very long trade for me. We still have yet to take out this sell side liquidity here. I do believe that when we take out the sell side liquidity, it should be quick, if we can even do it. Because right now, it's like it's really struggling to get down there. which I don't like. Yeah, I don't really like this at all. Don't like this at all. What's good, bro? How you doing, man? So yeah, this end up might be an L. We'll see it traded back up into the 15-minute gap, and we would need to see like immediate displacement here, or else your boy's stop loss is in jeopardy. Oh, like it's been 30 minutes or 25 minutes I've been in this trade and it's gone nowhere. That's like the time. ICT talks about this a lot, like in your trades. I understand this isn't one on my Apex account because they tripping right now. They still ain't giving me back my stuff. But regardless of that aspect, like this trade is too long. Right? It's like I've been in here for 22 minutes. My trades are 10 minutes max, maybe. Like max 10 minutes. And that's including wins and losses. Like I just win or lose very quickly. And so now imagine if I just move my stop. I mean, imagine this still goes down there. It can. So that's a possibility. We trade up into a 15-minute gap. So I would love to see it once trade up to a 15-minute gap, reversal profile, and then trade down here to this low or this Asia high from Wednesday. But again, it can do whatever it wants at this point, right? All I can do is manage my risk. So if I move my stop loss down into a 15-minute gap and I'm surprised I get stopped out early, that's my fault. That's my issue. We got out at break even. Yeah, so I tried to leave it there and allow it to do what it's gonna do. Like I don't like, to be honest, I don't like this what's happening right now, right? But the 15-minute gap was literally right here at this 5-minute order block again. So this needs to, like, it cannot take out this high again. It's most likely gonna be a loss if it takes out that high again. So it's not like me trying to like force myself to be right or force myself to be wrong. It has nothing to do with that. It's like that's the risk that I put on the trade. And I was gonna do, like, if it had traded down here for, like, if it had taken partials off, I would have been stopped out break even already. I would have been done there. I didn't do that. So I can't just like form fit the trade right now just because it's not doing what I want to do, right? But ideally I don't like this. And in my mind, I'm already seeing this. Yes, exactly what you did. Yeah, see? Like it's just because it didn't trade low enough, like I just like jamming it, like, I didn't do it, like it's fine. Like if I lose on the trade, like I just lose. Like it is what it is, right? Can readjust and then end up going there. But yeah, just like it didn't take out the thing and I just jamming it, and then I realized that we just have a 5-minute, we have a 15-minute fair value gap. That's what this is. So it's trending up into that gap. And so I'm expecting it now that it needs to start displacing below this. We have a low resistance liquidity signature here. This technically would be a rejection block on the 1-minute chart, but you got to remember we're looking at higher time frame order flow. So you feel well, that's good. As long as if you follow what you're looking for, then that's all that matters. But honestly, I'm not expecting this to win. I'm feeling like it's not gonna win. But again, I talk about this all the time, right? It's because I feel like this trade, this, that, and the third. Like imagine I close this right now. Like I close it. I'm like, I'm done. And then I see it go down to here, then down to here, then let's say it never even gets there. Doesn't matter. It's all about probabilities, like ultimately at the end. And it's just, it is what it is, right? 10:27. We've done absolutely nothing for like 30 minutes. Like almost 30 minutes, we've done absolutely nothing. It's consolidated. Yeah, at this point, like it's just not about being right or being wrong. Like this was the trade, right? It's like this is just what ended up being this one. Like I just didn't get this one, and this is just what the trade that I was in. That's just what it is, right? So like just right now, I like it as long as we don't start trading up towards this high. We start trading up towards this high, that stop is cooked. You know that right now, that stop is cooked. The stop is what we call super cooked. I mean, this was during like a macro time too, because right now we're not in a macro time. We have expansion. Now we're kind of consolidating right now. I mean, there's stuff here. I mean, they're trading back up into like trading back up deeper into this range. For me personally, I don't even want to be a part of it anymore. Like I'm okay. So that's why I'm okay with this. What was you looking for? So I mean, it already I wanted to set up here, and then I wanted to see this trade up higher before it did what it just did right now. So um two scenarios didn't happen for me, and this was the third one. So ideally, yeah, I was looking for a previous day's low, and then when I started seeing, you know, how we're not really moving, I was taking partials off at specific levels. So like at an old high there's a sell side liquidity. This is a London high from February 5th. So like those are levels that I was looking at to take it off. So I wasn't necessarily looking for a previous day's high low. I really ideally wanted Asia. That's what I really wanted, but it didn't offer that to me. So I couldn't get in at Asia. That was the one I wanted though. It just shot down there and gave me no opportunity to get in. What's good, teacher? Nah, bro, you gotta get out of here, man. Every time you come in here, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What's good, teacher? Oh yeah, everyone, drop a like, man. Drop a like if you learned. So I forgot about that, bro. I just be on YouTube, just be chilling for real. But we'll see. You know, obviously I want to see it drop from here. Nah, I didn't mute. Can y'all hear me? Or am I tripping? Y'all can't hear me? It's showing me that you guys can hear me. I'm good. Yeah, like to be honest, for me, this trade, like I ideally like this jaw needs to drop. I'm gonna just let you know that right now. We trade up into an AM session low Tuesday. But yeah, ideally I wanted the Asia lows, but like them Johns got taken out. So this was like the next level that was there, and that was a partial, but unfortunately didn't get that partial taken out. Like it didn't trade there. So potentially looks like it may want to trade a little bit higher. And that just unfortunately will just stop me out. And I'm not gonna get back in. For me, I'm not gonna sit here and get back in and try to force it like to be it. Like you gotta remember your emotional capital, right? At the end of this trade, like my emotional capital is like 0. Right? So since my emotional capital is 0, why would I try to force myself to get back into this trade just to take whatever? Like there's days that you've seen on this channel where it doesn't do this. And those are the days I want. I'm not gonna force myself to get in this. Hopefully we can get something. Like if we can get a displacement below here, at least take a partial off, then that's when I'll move my stop. But until that, like I can't do nothing. What I'm expecting though, like sorry, what I hope doesn't happen is it doesn't wait until the doesn't wait until a macro time, because we'll be sitting here for another 20 minutes. Like, and even if this was on my demo account, if they actually gave it to, or on my Apex account, they gave it back to me. I don't want to be sitting here in a trade for an hour. Like I'm just a whole job right now. I don't want to be sitting here and trade for an hour. That ain't for me, man. That ain't for me. Bro, no, don't say that, man. Yo, don't say that. Let's not put that out there. Let's not put that out there. We not about to sit here until 10:46. We not about to do that. Oh, we're not about to do that right now. Nah, let's get out of this, John. We're finally getting some displacements, what I wanted to see. I'm probably, honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna take 2 off there because if it can reach there, just off of how long it's been here, I'm okay with taking 2 off right there, and then we'll see what else we can get. It does look like we can hit this, and then we want to see the displacement below there. And if it's not doing that, then I'll probably take another one off and just going from there. So let's see what we can get here finally. Then once it does this, then I'll move it. It'd be a shame if it does this and comes right back up. Then guess what? That's what's about to happen. This is what we get today. We can still short. Yeah, I mean, this is a higher time frame draw here. Like, we're right here by this low. Like, come on, bros. Is it? It did take the low out. Thank you for letting me know that, by the way. Because I'm going to watch. Because if this is not taking out the low and this does it, I'm okay with closing it right now. Like, I don't want to sit here and take this reversal profile here. So I'm more watching to see if it doesn't take it out and it closes up above this, then I'll manually close. Because I'm okay with that. Looks like it should take it out. Yeah, because for me, like I'll manually close it if it closes above this. I'm just gonna hit it and we're gonna get out this trade and we're gonna just move on to tomorrow. We do have CPI. Tomorrow there's a volume imbalance there with this wick. See if we get any type of resistance there. This whole SMT stuff, like yo, just take the low out, man. What we doing? We're doing Nasdaq. We got going on, bro. We should, broski. What we doing? All right, we're good. We got our first partial there. Now we should expect displacement. Now, don't displace and end up getting taken out. I'm okay with whatever happens at this point. So this would be the ultimate target if we can reach down there. This will be the other level. Honestly, I could low-key put it here if I wanted to because it's being a little bit doing a little bit more than I'd want to. So this is a minor sell side from yesterday. I'm gonna take partials there and then I'm gonna let the rest run. After that, see if we can get that. This is a London low down here, like where I initially had it was a London low, but because of how it's like struggled, that's why I'm moving it up to a level that is a little bit closer, in my opinion, for us to hit. So we take this out. I'm gonna leave it where it's at right now, and we'll just see if it reached down there today. Now, if this was on my Apex account, I'd probably would take everything off up there. But I just watched, obviously, ICT, month 2 content talking about the letting your runners run. So I'm trying to get into the phase of like, if this is how I framed it and this is where I could see it trading down to, low-key, you probably could take it off at the rejection block. This is what I was saying about how the model is like very OP, right? If I was trading off an old high and or old high or old low, the 2 standard deviations below this would have already happened. Like I'd be done already. But that's not the model. That's not what I'm trading for. We were held in a range yesterday all day. So the fact that we're held in a range all day, to me, just makes me believe that we're gonna have some expansion today. So this is the trade here. I'm gonna put it at mean threshold of this. So 59, we lock in. We either make 59 or we make 373. So hopefully we get some expansion here. We'll just watch it now. So what I'm using in terms of like ICT stuff is like probably gonna take it off at this. So this is the London high that I was looking at and say that I could trade to. We fell just short of that again. It's like right here. It's at 25,124 even. So right there. See how we fell short of that? Fine. Sure that we'll start to draw down towards this. And if not, then we don't get that. This is kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah, I feel like this is good. And again, that's the ultimate target down there. And if we get that, we get that. If not, then we still close with 50. So always it kind of talks about how when you have a higher time frame target, most of us sometimes like you forget about that because you're looking at like the 1 minute chart or like where it's framed off of. The higher time frame is framing it for me. So on the 15-minute chart, the liquidity that is there is right here. It's AM session low from yesterday. So to me, that's the draw. But again, like why I like the model that I trade is like if I was just looking at this old Asia high, it was just right here from there to there. Let's just even see how much it was with the risk. My stop loss was there. So again, 2 to 1. That to me is fine. My model, like immediate minimum has to be 2 to 1. And why, if you're not having your session highs and lows annotated, you're just missing out on so many trades. Like so many. Or like you don't even need this. Like I don't need it to trade down there. This is more practice for me. I don't need to trade down there. Ideally would love to see a trade down there, but I don't need to. And like so for me, like why I didn't move my stop loss is because I've had this happen to me like so many times in my trades. I keep looking up there because I just want to make sure you guys aren't saying something, but you guys are literally. I've had this happen in my trade so many times where it's like, oh, it doesn't look like it, or I'm just gonna jam it up there because it didn't do anything. Like if I put the risk on with $200, like if I'm not okay with losing the $200, then I've put on too much. Like that's just kind of how I'm looking at it. So ideally would love to see a trade down there to the AM session low and just not even show any retracements anymore. For me, low key actually, since I'll be drawing it, trailing it a little. 129, we would lock in. See where that is. 15-minute chart, yeah. So this is a previous day's low. That's just where I'm targeting. Trust me, Apex, if y'all wasn't playing, been a week. Oh, but anyways, this is just looking and taking partials off at different levels and like not being afraid to pay yourself. That's the most important thing. Like always pay yourself. I'm telling you, because like you gotta understand, trading is not a game that pays you for time. They don't ever pay you for time. Like you go to a normal job, they'll pay you for the time that you're there. Trading doesn't pay you like that. And so you need to pay yourself when you can. So as we get closer, I'm gonna put my stop loss here because there's a swing high there. So 193 we lock in. We get stopped out there, and that's where we get stopped out ahead of getting to that daily low, but that's ideally where I think the draw is. I don't think there's any. So the rejection block is right there at 15 minutes. There's a rejection block there. If I had one more, maybe I'd take one off the rejection block, and then I'd let this one hit to see if we can. Not even, no, that is previous days though. Yeah. And we may not do it. We're right next to it. Imbalance there. See weakness there. How many handles is that? This might be like one of my largest hand trades. Handles. Yeah, 180. Yeah, that would be my largest one. 100% doing it because I'm out, Ella. What you mean? What do you mean doing what? Oh, you mean I know what you mean. Bro, that's funny, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Bro, that's I'm telling you, it'd be like that, right? It really be like that. You be in the trade, don't do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Then you get in the trade. Or so then you're out of the trade and you're like, yeah, whew, I'm so glad I'm out of this trade. And then it's just like, phew. And then you're just looking at yourself like, how does this happen? I just don't jam. Like I've got tired of like jamming my stop loss, like it's and then seeing this too many times. I just stop it. But I know what you mean by because you're not in it. That's when it wants to run. Yeah, I've had that feeling before, where it's like, yeah, it's not in there, so it's just doing this to me. And as soon as I get out, now it wants to run, right? So, so we're close to this rejection block, which is right here, like you guys can see, right where this thing is, the rejection block. I want to see it slice through that and hit this low. Trade below it, right? New 15-minute candle here, so let's create the low just in case you want to come back up. We don't want you to come back up too high. I don't want to move my stop loss here yet because I think it could still ideally. I mean, wouldn't want to see this, right? But it can still ideally come trade up into right there. Can ideally still trade up into this, but wouldn't want to see that. Like falling short of the rejection block. Ideally, I really want to see it just come hit this level. Like I ain't gonna hold you. Like I don't want to get stopped out right there. But if that's what happens, it's what we get. Large displacement, man. The low is right there. Now again, like I'm okay with where I had it at, and like this would be the range. Could come up to there. I'm not. I don't even want to see that happen from where I am right now. So I'm okay. Since I was in up here. Now if I was up here, I'd be like crying, like come up higher. That's what I'd be saying. Like you know what I mean? That's how it'd be. Like when you be in the trade, you like run, 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 run. But then when you're not in the trade, you like, yo, retrace a little bit. Right? Those are the two things that be always at least going in my mind. It'd be like, oh no, don't no retracement, no retracement. Just go straight there. Don't show no willingness to retrace. Always be hitting this table. Mm-hmm. Now if we take out this low, if we can, I move my stop loss. right there. When I mean take out this low, I don't mean like wick it. It needs to like close below it. And so right now I'm at the point where like it doesn't matter what happens. You said same. Yeah, I'm telling you, like maybe running, you'd be like, yo, no retracement, bro. What are you doing? We don't do retracements on this. Oh, you took another trade? Oh, you meant you're in it. Oh, you was in the trade. All right, broski. You too, man. Appreciate you for popping by. Appreciate you for staying in, man. But we'll see what we get here. Probably might get stopped out. Be a nice one. Oh, now you're off. Oh, okay. All right, baby. All right, man. Well, peace out, bro. Hopefully, I'll get my accounts tomorrow. They playing with me. But I hope you have a good day, man. Like that reaction. Close below that. I need to see a close below that. Then I'll move it down. Come on, broski. We're almost there. This literally would be probably my largest in a while, to be honest. When I say a while, I mean like years. Years. Big dub. Hey, teacher, I'm telling you, you need to pop in here a little bit more. As soon as you popped in, bro, this don't start moving. As soon as you came in, bro, don't start moving a little bit. Consolidate the whole time. Oh, bro, we're right near that low. Let's that go and get it. No, bro, they don't give me. They haven't given me my. This is paper, bro. They haven't given me my accounts, bro, for a week. For a whole week. And I've emailed them like many times, and I've said like, this doesn't seem like a priority to you. Like, I'm like, y'all want me to sit here and like, this doesn't seem like a priority to you guys. They're like, oh, you can't trade like this because you don't have this or you don't have that, whatever it is. It's just like, just give me my accounts. Apex. It's been a whole week, bro. This would have been. Um, I was looking at what is it? Me and Corgi were talking about this. Um, My Funded Futures and I think Take Profit Trader. I think the one that he was talking about. So might try them. I still have my top step ones, but like just the lagging was getting me so frustrated. Every time I got into a trade, the thing lagged. So I didn't like that. The process and to make it. Because I started from the bottom. The opportunity me in preparation. So something like that. We'll see. It's consolidating right now. Let's expand below. Oh, you're gonna get a live account? Low key, if you're gonna do futures, you know what you're doing? Or like 2K. 2K. And trade with one mini. Ah, for FX? Okay. I get stopped out here. But we fell short. We literally fell short of the rejection block anyways. Like I could understand this potential reaction if we hit the rejection block, but we didn't even hit the rejection block. Love that reaction though. So if we can We can trade below that low. That's when I will move my good old stop loss. You just see where the action block is. It's right here at 27.6. So we're right there. So we need to close below that, and we need to show like some expansion below that. Don't just want to tap it. Close below 25,076 EVE. Then I'd like that. Like for me, having my stop loss way up here makes absolutely no. Swing low or swing high here. I put it in above this there. Get this gap up here. I want to see it start to get a little bit lower. This would have been a banger day. I'm telling you right now, like Apex, like bro. It's all good. We know what we're doing, right? This doesn't take away the experience factor that I took away from today. They can't take that part. They can try to do whatever they're doing now, whether it's malicious intent or not, doesn't matter to me. They can't take this away. I think we hit it. Yeah, so we hit the rejection block. We want to see us. If I had one more, like if I had one more on, I would take one more off there. And then I would just let the last one. If I had one more, I'd take it off there and I would put my stop loss right above here. Not expecting it to do. But I want to see us trade through this low. Ideally, normally it's like 2 standard deviations below. The second one would be like right here. Okay, let's do that. We're gonna do 1 right there. So that's where 1 standard deviation is below the low. And let's see if we can get that. If I don't like it, then I'll just close the whole thing. Or it stops me out. So one of the two. This is a long day. We almost streaming an hour and a half. I almost popped off and was like, yeah, let's just let it go. Okay, cool. So it's about to hit the high. We're gonna close below or hit the low. I just want to see 1 standard deviation below. And then we'll go from there. Looks like it's gonna close there. Come on, brother. Should be out. Hey, yo, that was a sniper trade, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That was a long one, though. I ain't gonna hold you. That was a long trade. A long trade. We got it done. All right, man, so we talked about this. This is a 5-minute order block. There was a 15-minute gap above us, which price traded into. This was yesterday's previous day's low. Took partials along the way going down there. I mean, pretty banger trade, in my opinion. And probably one of the longest trades I've ever taken. You gotta remember, we're in a consolidation for a very long time. And then again, we waited for displacement. Initially, we're like, okay, potentially go up higher. There was no indication of that. Displayed lower, failed there. That was the next area or level that I saw as for us to get in. Here down, racked in over 180 handles on one trade. That's pretty good. I like that. Apex, if you're listening, stop playing with me. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I certainly did, and glad I didn't jam my stop loss up, because your boy would have been a little bit heated after it. Or I would have been heated. And we entered during a macro time, so that's why its entry's there. Obviously, 15-minute chart, better entry there. Well, yeah, so that's the trade for today. You know, bingo. But yeah, I got some things to do. I got some content to record. Again, anything, if you guys want to know anything, you can always just hit me up on Instagram, and looking to help you guys out with how I'm able to, or how I just cipher the markets, I say. But again, appreciate you guys and everyone for being on, and I'll catch you guys on tomorrow. Hopefully I have my accounts, but if not, process, I'll still be on tomorrow. We have CPI, so remember that. Don't trade ahead of that. Again, appreciate you guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Peace out.